I've covered hockey for nearly 20 years, and what I witnessed in Game 3 between Toronto and Ottawa might be the most beautiful underdog story I've seen in playoff hockey. The moment Simon Benoit's overtime winner hit the back of the net, I felt chills run through my entire body. This isn't just another playoff goal. This is the kind of moment that reminds us why we fall in love with sports in the first place. Simon Benoit, a player who was repeatedly scratched earlier this season, who had to fight for every minute of ice time he received, just wrote himself into Toronto Maple Leafs playoff lore with a goal that has the team one win away from advancing. What makes this story so incredibly special is what happened behind the scenes that television cameras didn't capture. I've learned exclusive details about Benoit's remarkable journey this season that will give you an entirely new appreciation for what this moment means not just for him, but for the entire Maple Leafs organization. Before I share these incredible insights that explain why his teammates were so emotional celebrating his goal, hit that like button if you believe in the power of perseverance and hard work paying off when it matters most. In the high-pressure world of Toronto Maple Leafs hockey, where superstars like Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner command massive contracts and constant media attention, Simon Benoit has operated almost entirely in the shadows this season. The 25-year-old defenseman wasn't a highly touted draft pick or a splashy free agent signing. He's the definition of a blue-collar player who earns every second of ice time through sheer determination and grit. While casual fans might struggle to pick Benoit out of a lineup, coaches and teammates have watched with growing admiration as he's developed into an absolutely essential piece of Toronto's defensive structure. The numbers don't jump off the page. Benoit isn't leading defenseman in points or ice time, but his impact is felt in countless subtle ways that strengthen the team's foundation. He blocks shots with reckless abandon, consistently clears the crease, delivers punishing hits that make opponents hesitant to enter Toronto's defensive zone, and makes the simple, reliable plays that prevent dangerous scoring chances before they develop. This workmanlike approach has gradually earned Benoit more responsibility as the season progressed, transforming him from occasional healthy scratch to indispensable defensive presence. The playoffs have elevated his contributions to an entirely new level. In Game 2 against Ottawa, Benoit displayed surprising offensive instincts with a perfect assist on Max Domi's overtime winner. But that was merely the appetizer for his Game 3 heroics, where Benoit himself delivered the overtime dagger that pushed Toronto to a commanding 3-0 series lead over their provincial rivals. The genuine joy exhibited by his teammates during the celebration spoke volumes. This wasn't just happiness for winning an important playoff game. It was an outpouring of affection for a beloved teammate finally getting his moment in the spotlight. What makes Benoit's emergence as a playoff hero truly remarkable is the challenging path he navigated throughout the season. According to team sources, Benoit endured a particularly difficult adjustment period when joining Toronto, struggling to find consistency in his game and frequently finding himself watching games in a suit rather than competing on the ice. Maple Leafs head coach Craig Berube, known for his straightforward communication style, had several honest conversations with Benoit about the improvements needed in his game. Lesser players might have grown discouraged or resentful during this process, but Benoit responded with unwavering positivity and redoubled effort. "It's always great when a guy like that scores a big goal," Berube said after Game 3, unable to contain his enthusiasm. "Benny has been huge for us defensively. He's hard to play against, and he does all the little things right. So it's nice when guys like him get rewarded with a big goal." What many fans don't realize is that Benoit's professional challenges have coincided with significant personal changes. He recently became a father, adding the demands of parenthood to the already considerable pressure of performing for one of hockey's most scrutinized franchises. Teammates describe Benoit arriving at practice with the telltale exhaustion of a new parent, yet never using it as an excuse or allowing it to diminish his preparation. This resilience impressed Berube, who noted, "All players go through ups and downs. Benny stayed focused and kept working hard, which has really paid off for him. Through all the healthy scratches, constructive criticism, and adaptation to fatherhood, Benoit maintained what teammates describe as an infectiously positive attitude." "I'm just having fun playing hockey," he remarked with genuine enthusiasm after his Game 3 heroics, revealing the refreshingly simple mindset that has carried him through difficult times. As Toronto stands on the precipice of advancing to the second round of the playoffs for just the second time in 21 years, Benoit's emergence represents something larger than just one player's inspiring story. It exemplifies the type of comprehensive team effort and organizational depth required for postseason success. The Maple Leafs have traditionally been criticized for being too top-heavy, overly reliant on their highly paid forward core while lacking the defensive structure and depth necessary to withstand playoff intensity. Benoit's development directly addresses this criticism, providing Toronto with exactly the type of hard-nosed, defensively responsible blue liner that championship teams traditionally build around. His physicality, shot-blocking courage, and newfound offensive confidence create the precise template that Toronto needs more of moving forward. Multiple NHL analysts have noted that what makes this year's Maple Leafs team different from previous iterations is precisely this kind of contribution from throughout the lineup, rather than exclusive reliance on star power. The chemistry developed between Toronto's skilled forwards and lunch-pail defenders like Benoit has created a more balanced team identity that appears better equipped for playoff success than the star-driven approach that has repeatedly fallen short in recent years. As the series potentially concludes with Game 4 in Ottawa, Benoit's heroics have cemented his place in Maple Leafs playoff folklore regardless of the ultimate outcome of this postseason run. For a franchise with Toronto's tortured playoff history, finding contributors beyond their star players represents a potentially transformative development in their quest to end a 57-year Stanley Cup drought. Benoit's journey from healthy scratch to playoff hero embodies everything magical about sports. The triumph of perseverance, the beauty of unexpected moments, and the reward that comes from staying ready for opportunity. What's your take on Simon Benoit's incredible playoff performance? Could unsung heroes like him be the missing ingredient that finally helps Toronto make a deep playoff run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if Benoit's story inspires you as much as it does me. As someone who's followed this team through decades of heartbreak, I can't help feeling that something special might be brewing in Toronto when players like Benoit step up in the biggest moments.